The dark truth behind Derek Rose's case. Cover-up and manipulation. What are the authorities hiding? Welcome, my dear friends. Today, we're diving into a case that goes far beyond mere gossip. It's a complex and troubling story that demands our full attention. In this video, we'll take a deep look into the theories surrounding Derek Rosas. Did he really make his choices of his own free will? Or has someone been influencing his actions from the shadows? We're going to explore every angle, every sign that suggests subtle manipulation, and what the evidence may, or may not, reveal about his relationship with his stepfather. Stick with me to the end, because this isn't about rumors, it's about examining each detail that could confirm or refute these theories. Before we get into the depths of the analysis, I'd like to ask a favor. If you enjoy content that digs beneath the surface to get to the heart of the matter, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with those who appreciate well-researched analysis, and subscribe to keep uncovering important issues together. Now, let's get into the theories that have surfaced regarding the potential involvement of Derek's stepfather in this complicated case. Some say the truth is much deeper than what has been shown, and when you start piecing everything together, a disturbing picture emerges that cannot be ignored. Theory 1. Evidence manipulation. One of the most widespread theories suggests that the evidence against Derek may have been manipulated or even fabricated. According to this line of thought, the fact that the key footage, which reportedly implicates Derek, comes from a camera provided by the stepfather raises serious doubts about the authenticity of the material. If the stepfather had access to the camera or other electronic devices at the crime scene, could he have altered the footage or placed the camera in a specific position to capture incriminating images? Key aspects supporting this theory. Control over the evidence. If the stepfather was the one who handed over the camera and images to the authorities, it gave him the opportunity to shape the narrative from the start, selectively presenting or withholding crucial details. Absence of complete video footage. The defense has reported that there is no complete footage of the incident, raising suspicions that important parts may have been edited or deleted to create a distorted perception. Shifting stories about the evidence. Initially, it was believed that more visual material was available, but the prosecutor's office later indicated that no additional videos exist. This could suggest that the narrative was adjusted as the case developed, potentially to protect someone or conceal something. Theory 2. A family conspiracy. Another theory suggests that the stepfather had a personal interest in framing Derek for the crime. In this scenario, it is believed that the relationship between Derek's mother and the stepfather was not as harmonious as it seemed, and that he could have benefited from her absence, whether financially or otherwise. Key factors supporting this theory. Economic motivation. If the stepfather stood to gain financially from Derek's mother's absence, such as through inheritance, life insurance, or shared assets, this could have provided a motive to shift suspicion away from himself. Conflict within the family. If there were ongoing tensions, the stepfather might have seen Derek as an obstacle or a threat, especially if Derek's mother was protective of her son. Stepfather's absence at the trial. The fact that the stepfather did not appear as a witness has raised eyebrows. Instead of helping to clarify the truth, his silence might be an attempt to avoid uncomfortable questions or scrutiny. Theory 3. Coercion and psychological manipulation. This perspective presents a darker and more complex view, suggesting that the family tragedy may have been the result of a series of influences that pushed 13-year-old Derek into a desperate situation. It is believed that Derek, who some have described as autistic, may have been particularly vulnerable to manipulation due to his emotional and cognitive conditions, opening the possibility that someone close, such as his stepfather, had a significant influence on him. Possible ways this manipulation took shape. Emotional control by the stepfather. Through subtle threats or manipulation of the boy's perceptions, the stepfather could have created an atmosphere of desperation, convincing Derek that he had to do as he was told or face dire consequences. Fragile mental state. If Derek indeed had a condition like autism, it could have made him more susceptible to being exploited. Those on the autism spectrum often have difficulty navigating complex emotions and social dynamics, which the stepfather could have used to his advantage. A confession under duress. Derek's confession was obtained under questionable circumstances, late at night, without a guardian, in a state of sleep deprivation and emotional distress. In such conditions, especially for minors or those with neurological conditions, individuals can be highly suggestible, Could Derek have confessed not because he was truly guilty, but because he believed he had no other choice? Theory 4. The involvement of a third party. This theory adds a layer of intrigue, suggesting that Derek may have been used as a scapegoat in a larger plan to distract from the real culprits. Although Derek was at the scene, this line of thought argues that his role might have been minimal or non-existent. Key elements fueling this theory. Stepfather's absence and the possibility of an accomplice. The stepfather was away in Miami on the day of the crime. Could this absence have been a carefully planned alibi? Could someone else have been present at the house to stage the scene and frame Derek? The Xbox friend. There is a peculiar detail that has drawn the attention of many. Derek had a mysterious friend with whom he communicated through his Xbox. This person has not been identified or mentioned in the court proceedings. Could they have played a role in the events? If so, why has this connection not been explored in the investigation? Theory 5. A cover-up by authorities. Now we dive into an even darker aspect. Could there be a cover-up or intentional negligence by the authorities? Some suggest that the prosecution has been building a narrative against Derek from the beginning, omitting crucial details or delaying the release of evidence that could exonerate him. Potential motives behind the delays. Manipulation or inefficiency? The defense claims that the prosecution has taken excessive time to hand over important evidence, such as videos and other electronic materials. Is this just bureaucratic inefficiency, or is there an effort to buy time to adjust the narrative? Inconsistencies in the evidence. At first, there were reports of additional camera footage, but later the prosecution stated there were no further recordings. This inconsistency raises doubts about whether the authorities are presenting the full picture. By piecing together these theories, it becomes evident that there are more questions than answers surrounding Derek Rose's case. The way evidence has been handled, the omissions in the process, and the lingering doubts make us question if we're getting the whole truth or just a version crafted to protect certain interests. If you believe it's important to investigate these details further and bring them to light, please give this video a like, share it to expand the conversation, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Is there more to this case than meets the eye? Could there be a conspiracy lurking in the shadows? Let's keep unraveling this story together.